Welcome back. It's your boy Fresh.
And I'm Mary, and we are a Co-ople of nerds.
We got 6 games and 6 of Mary's favorite beer. Let's check them out.
You don't drink beer that much.
All right. Mary's old favorite, Blue Moon.
Delicious.
Nothing fancy.
I think it's fancy.
You can get it at any Walmart in the world.
You could give me every type of expensive beer in the world, and I'd prefer Blue Moon.
Yeah.
Blue Moon isn't a cheap beer either, though.
It's not an expensive beer. It's not like the independent brewers.
Yeah.
Maybe it's cheaper than like your Miller Lights and stuff, but I don't think it's highfalutin.
Well, somebody knew what they were doing when they made it.
Okay. Do you like it better with or without an orange peel?
I like it better with an orange.
Okay.
But that's just because I like to eat the orange. I don't know if it necessarily impacts the flavor, but typically when it comes with an orange peel, it's on tap, and on tap is definitely better.
Yeah. Have you ever tried to put an orange slice in the bottle?
Yes.
What'd you think?
It's okay.
You're not selling Blue Moon very well.
I mean, I'm saying Blue Moon is good without the orange.
Doesn't even need an orange.
Doesn't even need an orange. It's delicious with it, but it doesn't need it.
Does Corona need a lime more than Blue Moon needs an orange?
Yes.
Okay. There you have it, folks. Definitive beer mandates by Mary. All right, let's dive into a couple of these games here. So again, we're just playing through our collection 6 at a time as we enter them into our app. So some of these we've had for quite a while now. Up first, we got Ghost Stories.
Ooh.
So, Ghost Stories is sort of notorious, I would say. Some people say it's the hardest cooperative board game out on the market.
But we beat it twice.
But we did mess up one rule. I think we still win the first time. We might have lost the second one had we played that rule correctly. So basically you play as 4 ninjas. There is a way to do it like where you only play as 1 ninja. We just, like the more standard way is just each player plays as 2 ninjas. Yeah. It's modifying the rules and stuff, so I just wanted to play the full game. And ghosts are trying to reclaim the village, so you need to fight off, God, I think it's like 30 something ghosts.
Yeah, you have a deck of ghosts. And
you put the boss 10 up from the bottom.
Yep. And so you have to beat all of those ghosts until you get to the boss, and then once you beat the boss, you win. Each ninja is a different color, and so when it's that ninja's turn, they draw a ghost card. And depending on the ghost, sometimes they have a creeper that comes out. Is that what it was called?
I think it was a stalker.
A stalker that would come out, and if that stalker made its way to the board, because he would move up each time that it was that person's turn, if he made his way up to the board, then a tile would flip over. And if you had 3 tiles flipped over on the board, and it's a 3x3, so it's 9 tiles. If you had 3 tiles flipped over, you lost. If you ran out of ghosts, you lost.
If the deck ran out.
If your people died.
Your people die.
Because they can die. You got to fight the ghosts.
Yep.
So there's dice chucking involved with that.
Yep. You got to roll colors to match the symbols, and there is dice manipulation. You get these. I think they're not the key tokens. I forget what they call them. We get these little tokens. Basically counts as a dice face, and you could use that. To match the colors. I could definitely see where the difficulty comes in, especially because it has built-in difficulties. So we played like the introductory and then the normal. Like once you get into, I think it's Nightmare in Hell, like instead of 1 boss, you got 4 bosses to beat.
Yeah.
And
that would be tough. Because a single boss is like insane.
Yeah.
It's
a lot of symbols. Obviously, you can't roll that much, so you have to collect these tokens to fight it off. I really enjoyed it, though. Those 9 tiles Mary talked about, you can either activate those or you can fight a ghost each turn. And all those village squares have different powers and things you can do.
Yeah, so one of the ninjas had the ability to activate the tile and fight a ghost. So
each ninja had their own
special ability.
Yep. So I really enjoyed it. And it sounded harder than what it was.
It did definitely sound harder than what it was. But I really enjoyed it. Yeah. I was kind of dreading this one because I was like, man, if it's a really hard game and it's a really long game, I don't think I'm going to like it. But then I actually played it and I really liked it. It was fun. And we played it twice. So
yeah. I think we messed up that rule both times. So.
Yeah.
I just misread it in the rule book. It's sort of an odd case. Like if you use this one particular method to kill a ghost, do you still get the benefit? We were getting the benefit, and in reality, we should not have got the benefit.
But when you use the Buddha, and you kill a ghost with the Buddha, you don't get the benefit, and we were doing that.
Right. Yeah. So. Up next, we got Ghostbusters, the board game. So, this game is obviously an IP game. It's more based off the real Ghostbusters cartoon. So it is a sort of a dungeon crawler campaign game in which there's different scenarios. It is sort of a role-playing game where campaign game where you're leveling up your characters. So you got all the 4 guys. I played as, Winston and Bill Murray?
Bill.
What was his? I can't remember his character's name now. And you played as Egon and...
So,
Venkman, yeah.
Okay.
And Stance and...
So I played
Egon?
Stance and Egon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I played Winston.
So I got to play the nerds.
Yeah, I gave her the nerds on purpose. I took the 2 cool ones. So there's, I don't know, probably... I think there's 4 different campaigns with between 3 and 4 scenarios. So you're looking at like 12 to 16 sort of missions in this one box. You have to play as all 4 Ghostbusters. So similar to Ghost Stories, where if you only have 2 people, each player has to be 2. They've got various objectives. The one we did, you're trying to close these portals, which is a very common one. There's other ones, though, you need to take down the boss. So the bosses are Slimer,
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and then one that no one's ever heard of. So, I don't know if
people who are hardcore Ghostbusters fans would know.
He wasn't a villain in any of the movies, I'll say that.
Okay.
So I really love the IP of Ghostbusters. I really, really love the first 2 movies. The all-female one was meh. And then I really enjoyed the sort of reimagining, the reboot with the kid from Stranger Things. We haven't seen the sequel to that one yet.
I'm excited to see it.
Frozen Empire, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
We usually wait for everything to come out on Blu-ray and then just pick it up then. 'Cause we got these kids. And movies are so expensive right now, like... It better be good if you're going to drag me to the theater.
Although it's kind of nice to just get away and quietly watch a movie without interruption.
But they're going to be loud.
Well, yeah, what I'm saying is without them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if someone wants to come over and babysit and I'll go see a movie, that's cool. This game just didn't get its hooks in me.
I mean, you're moving around the board and you're trying to fight ghosts while you're also trying to obtain the objective. And you kill the ghosts by getting within a certain range of them and zapping them with your proton pack. Each player does have a special ability, which is nice, but And usually I think the special ability on all of them allows them to level up when a certain thing takes place.
Right.
Like each time.
So when Bill Murray gets slimed, he gets an experience point because
Right.
he got slimed in the movie. So I think the biggest problem with this is the ghosts will do something when you shoot at them and miss or shoot at them and hit. And typically that's moving. And it has this random
Great.
move pattern. So you roll an 8-sided dice, so there'll be the 3 on top, I guess the 2 on bottom, 3 on top and bottom, so that's 6, and then the 2 on the middle. Roll an 8-sided dice, whatever side that one's pointing to, that's the direction they move.
On this grid. So it's like a predetermined grid that you put down. You roll the die, and then on the grid it says 3. So then based on that grid, it's going to go in the direction of the 3.
And that really bothered me. That really kind of pulled me out of the game, where the 4 of us are sitting there trying to close this last gate, and we are just completely surrounded by ghosts. There was probably 10 ghosts around us, and Bill Murray just kept missing this damn gate.
He did.
Just kept missing it, just boom, boom. And every time you missed the gate, the ghosts around it would move, and they just kept moving away from us. And it's like, well, okay. I guess the ghosts aren't trying to stop. I mean, they will all die once we close this last gate. It was too random. I didn't like it. I felt like that, going against the computer, I want that challenge. I mean, ghost stories will beat you down if you're not paying attention. Right, like no prisoners. Ghostbusters, it felt like we were shooting ghosts for the sake of shooting ghosts, but it didn't feel like we ever needed to. Just shoot the gates and... Yeah,
I mean, because there's not a whole lot of... I mean, so long as you can obtain the objective before all the ghosts are out.
Yeah. I think all that being said, I don't think Ghostbusters is the right game for us. So I will tag you out for Georgie. Okay. We got Georgie here, Stinky Georgie, to talk about King of Tokyo. So King of Tokyo is 2 to 6 players, 8 and up, at 30 minutes. So this is Yahtzee with kaiju monsters. What did you think of King of Tokyo?
I would say good.
It was good?
Yeah.
Did you like rolling the dice?
Yeah.
Did you like the big monsters?
Mhm.
Did you like fighting in the city? Yeah. What's your favorite part?
The city.
Fighting in the city?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this game, you're trying to get to either 20 points or kill the other monsters. And you do that by playing, Yahtzee style dice. There's some dice that have fight emblems, some that have points. You can get energy, which gets you cards, which gets you abilities. I really enjoyed it. Did you like this game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to keep it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. Now we'll have Gracie go. Say goodbye.
Bye.
So what did you think of King of Tokyo?
So I really like King of Tokyo. Of course, it's like Yahtzee. So, I mean, I think it's fun. And I do like that it adds in a couple of other variables into it to make it a little more interesting. And I definitely know it's one of your favorites.
I don't know if I'll say it's one of my favorites. It's so easy. It plays up to 6. I mean, everyone knows Yahtzee, so if you can play Yahtzee, you can play that. Yeah, I do help George determine which dice to keep, but that's about it. So now I'm going to tag you out for Grace. And now we're here with
Grace.
and we're here to talk about Ghost Fighting Treasure
And
Hunters.
Daddy. Grace and Daddy.
That's right. So Ghost Fighting Treasure Hunters is a cooperative game in which you're trying to get treasure out of a haunted house. Now it has that pandemic mechanics in it where if you ignore any one problem for too long, that problem will eventually kill you. So these ghosts are randomly put into these rooms. Each turn you draw a card to figure out where to put the new ghosts. If there's more than 3 ghosts in a room, you get a haunting, so that's the big red ghost. And the only way to get rid of that is you have to have a friend come and help you.
To kill the red ghosts.
To kill the red ghosts. What did you think of Ghost Fighting Treasure Hunters?
It was really fun, but one part I didn't. So one part that I didn't like was that we had a lot of red monsters, but then the good part is that so when Georgia and Daddy were trying to kill a monster, it took them 100,000 million hundred turns, and for me it only took 1 try.
Yeah.
First try, just because they're that bad at playing games, and I'm a professional. You're not. Yeah.
Yes. So one haunting, me and Georgie had to roll several times. And then I think it was me and you that got rid of it, because you can't get rid of a red ghost by yourself. So we would have had to use someone else.
Well, I mean, so he rolled the ghost and I rolled a red, and so that I killed the ghost and he didn't because he's not winning.
This is a cooperative game, by the way, so we were on the same team. But this is the kind of teamwork I'm used to receiving. So, what did you like about Ghost Fighting Treasure Hunters? Did you like working together? Did you like the theme of the ghosts and the haunted house? What'd you like?
I like how on the first try I rolled a red ghost and he didn't. He always rolls ghost.
Yeah. So, do you want to keep this game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
this one you'd like to play again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and Mary both played this a while
Wait, you
ago.
did?
Well, I don't play every game with you.
Oh.
A while ago, and we both really enjoy it. It's
Squish.
Gracie, come on.
Okay.
It's a toned down version of Pandemic, which is easy enough for the kids. So I think that one will stick around. So what'd you think of Ghost Fighting Treasure Hunters?
So this was a game that I remember I bought because I actually really liked it when we played it at Gen Con. I think it was the first Gen Con that we went to together. And I really like it. It has a little bit of that Pandemic feel to it, where you keep adding more ghosts and you have to overcome the ghosts. And it's somewhat thematic. It's kind of cute. And of course it can be played with the kids, so I also really like that too.
Yeah, we'll hang on to both of those. I mean, I think both of those are better than Ghostbusters for kids.
Yeah.
Horrified. Now we're getting into... Oh, ironically, all 6 of these were horror themed. I meant to mention that in the beginning, but I forgot.
It's not October.
It's not October. I just bought a bunch of scary games. But Horrified, this is another cooperative game. A lot of cooperative games in this batch too, in which you are trying to defeat the Universal monsters. So the Universal monsters are very near and dear to my heart. I love those stories. I love those movies.
Especially with Bela Lugosi's
Dracula. So you are collecting these items, and each monster has a very specific way to kill it. You'll need to smash Dracula's coffins before you can kill Dracula, or you'll need to solve the curse of the mummy before you can kill the mummy. You need to convince Frankenstein and the bride. You need to teach them humanity before they fall in love. And it's super neat. It's super clean. I have no complaints about Horrified. What do you think?
I like Horrified a lot too. And again, it's got that component of, it's very thematic. like you said, with each of the characters having their special ability, where the monsters having their special ability that you have to beat them, and it makes it very thematic on how you have to try and kill them.
Right.
So I think it's really cool.
They have had 2 other ones. We have one of them. So there's the American Monster one. So that's like, was it Mothman,
Oh.
Chupacabra, Jersey Devil. So like American mythological.
Okay.
And then there's a newer one. I think it's Greek monsters, so like minotaurs and things like that.
Oh, that would be really cool.
I've heard one complaint is that the games don't differ all that much. You know, if you have one, you probably don't need the other ones, but...
So pick your favorite monsters.
That's right. We will eventually play the American Monsters one, and probably... I don't know if maybe the Meeple Society has the Greek Monsters one, but... Well, or maybe we could try to play that one at the Dice Tower Retreat.
Yeah.
You know, just to say we did it. So, the last game, Fury of Dracula. Now, this one we've had for a long... This is one of the first games I bought. And, again, I think we were just intimidated by its complexity. Now, this is a one versus all game.
Which I'm never a big fan of those. I've never been a big fan of one versus all. Now, this wasn't where it was one versus all, where the one was hidden or anything, but...
Oh, he's hidden.
I guess...
He's literally invisible on the map.
But we knew it was you, is what I mean.
Oh, okay. So, you don't like hidden roles where you don't know who to trust.
Right.
You know it's me. You know I'm playing as Dracula,
right.
So that's better.
Still don't like it.
Okay.
But it's worse, though, when it's like hidden roles and you don't know who's who. Yeah.
Okay. So this one, you play as, I think there's 4 vampire hunters, and I think they want you to play as all 4. Like we got forced into playing a bunch of characters in this in this set, and someone plays as Dracula. I played as Dracula. I like one versus all or one versus many games because I want to be the one.
You want to be the bad guy?
I don't want to be... Well, I mean, dependent. You could also consider him the hero of the story, too. I mean, however you want to read. So you're running around, what do they call it, Eurasia? I think there's some Asia in there, in that map. Maybe a little bit of Russia in there, Yugoslavia.
Yes, yeah. So there's Asia all the way to
Spain, UK, and then it kind of gets down in there. Yeah. The goal is to hunt down Dracula, but you don't. His piece isn't on the board. He uses basically a row of cards. So he's tracking his movements on this row of cards, and if you cross that path. If he's at the exact same city, you just pop up and now it's time to fight Dracula.
Yeah.
Or you'll pass a path, or you'll pass the path where he's been, a couple turns ago. And then you can try to deduce, okay, well, if he came over here,
Yeah, you can figure out where he was.
Yeah, you're trying to...
But his movement is hidden. Mm-hmm. And so you don't know where he's at, but you have to find him and try to kill him.
Yep. So the other fun story about this is when we were playing it with the Meeple Society, Gracie's surgery incision on her throat opened up and she had a bunch of blood coming out of her mouth.
Tonsillectomy. So yeah, it was perfect timing that she would have a mouthful of blood and would have to go to the hospital and get emergency surgery to fix it. So
yeah.
But at least she's okay.
Yep.
She's fine now.
She's all better now.
The timing could not have been more impeccable.
Right, it probably took us a legit 6 years to play the game, and the one time we play it, we need to go have emergency surgery.
Yeah.
So, cool, man.
This I don't like hidden movement either. So, it's not my favorite.
You don't like Fury of Dracula?
No.
No.
No, it's not my thing.
I liked it. You knew I was gonna like it.
Yeah,
though.
of course you would like it.
I love Dracula. You talked about Bela Lugosi earlier.
I know.
Boom.
He is the best Dracula.
So I will trump, marry, keep Fury of Dracula. Fury of Dracula. Fury of Dracula is a very different movie. It won't be one that hits the table all that often.
It's actually a pretty good party game, though.
I think we'll try to get, when Halloween comes around, try to get the Meeple Society back over here and try to do record a gameplay footage. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. Well, let us know down in the comment section if you've played any of these games, if any of these games sound interesting to you, if you'd like to see a playthrough, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
George. Ha ha ha. George.
Gracie, give us some space, please.
I farted.
No. You stinky, stinky boy.
It's so stinky. It's raining stink.
Okay, you ready? Does that chair stink?
No.
Georgie was tooting in it.
Ew. Wait, are we recording now?
Yep.
Oh. Okay.
Alright.
He lost. Okay, that's my final word. He lost.